Right. It is officially official. Nico Iamaleava has committed to the UCLA Bruins, man. A crazy, crazy situation to say the least, man. I told y'all I still stand on what I said about him getting a little bit more money. Come to find out through sources that I've talked to personally, it was more than just the money. Apparently, they did not like what Tennessee had done in the transfer portal, went up to surround Nico with the talent. Now, again, I know that sounds crazy to y'all, but that is what I heard, you know what I'm saying, through multiple trusted sources. All right. It is interesting because he goes to UCLA, and I think I've seen something with his contract is paying him actually less than what he would have made at Tennessee. And apparently, he's going to take less home, I think around $800,000 in taxes afterwards to go to UCLA. Now, for me, y'all, I don't know, man. I feel him. I understand where he's coming from. At the same time, I feel like Tennessee gives you the best chance to win. Y'all got to, obviously, a college football playoff. Yes, he didn't perform the best. Yes, they didn't perform the best as a team. But I feel like with Coach Josh Heupel, who's obviously a guru on the offensive side of the ball, and the talent they have coming back, what they hit, a couple things they hit in the portal and the wide receiver class you got coming in, I just feel like you're more set up for success with the Volunteers. Now, UCLA has not been good in a while, y'all, if we're being completely honest. And it's crowded out there in the Big Ten, man. You're going to have to contend with Ohio State. You got Oregon, who's going to look to get back this year. You know what I'm saying? You obviously got Iowa, who's a really good program. USC should be better this year. We'll see what obviously happens with Coach Lincoln Riley and crew and the Trojans. I don't know, man. It just feels like UCLA, like, yeah, it's cool. You go back home. That is probably the bonus, probably what he's thinking about. I get to go back home where I made a name for myself. I was able to be a high-end prospect and go close to home. My family can see me, which I get that perspective. But to me, it just seems like Tennessee was the better bet. And again, I told you, I stand on what I said. I'm for all the players, get your bread. But at the same time, you got to think about the move that you're really trying to make. And when I say that is, when you make a move with the NIL, yeah, that money is cool. They finna have this big house settlement July 1st where they're going to sign. And teams basically get an annual salary cap to dispose between their different sports and stuff like that. But as a player, get your money, bro. I feel you. But at the same time, think about, okay, is this going to help me in my future, right? Do I want to make the bread now or do I want to make it in the NFL? Because like I said, when you go to the league, nothing compares to that second contract, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even the rookie contract is going to be better than what you make in the NIL money. Let's say you even making $4 million a year. Even your rookie contract, you get more than that, especially if you're a top pick. So I think players got to think about that as well. What's the end game here? You know what I'm saying? What is my end game? If I'm trying to get to the league, how can I best do that? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of teams going forward for Nico, they're going to be like, okay, well, what happened with this situation? You know what I'm saying? They're going to ask him questions about this, about what really went down and what happened. Was it a money thing? Was it the team? Right? So he's going to have to live with this for the rest of his life of his ultimate goal of making the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to think about as well. And really a cautionary tale for athletes out there. Now, I still like Nico. I think he's a good player. I know where people's coming from saying he didn't perform at a high level. You know what I'm saying? They felt like the money he was asking for didn't live up to what he produced on the field. I get everybody where they're coming from. I still think he's a good player. We'll see if this situation humbly helps him. We'll see if this obviously gets him to where he wants to go. But after all the controversy, everything that happened, Nico's going to have to go ball, y'all. That's just plain, point and simple. And I'm not a hater. I like Nico. I thought he performed pretty well with the Volunteers this year. But he's going to have to take it up a notch. He is. He's going to have to go and throw for, over 3,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. And it's going to have to be meaningful winning for UCLA. And remember, this is a program that has not been relevant in some years. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to think about as well, man. But best of luck to Nico. No hate from me whatsoever. I still do think that Tennessee had the best situation for him to thrive and survive and do his thing. But, it was other things, other factors that was in that played a factor in this, that determined him going to UCLA. But like I say, he gets to play at home where everything started for him, not too far. His family can come see him. We'll see. But I will say this about Nico. There will be a bigger target on his back. There will be a lot of eyes at the UCLA field when they play. And the criticism, you can expect for it to come if he don't perform up to snuff. Unfortunate, but that is the reality of the situation. But I wish Nico the best, man. moving forward. And hopefully it all works out at UCLA, man. But it's going to be a very important year for him moving forward, especially with his aspirations of making it to the NFL. And to all the athletes out there, man, y'all make sure y'all smart. I feel the NIL money. I get it, y'all. But again, the end goal is the NFL. You know what I'm saying? For most of the athletes. Now, everybody's not going to make it there. But if you are a top player in the college football, remember your goal and your end game at the end of the day, man. I'll leave it at that. But comment down below, man. What's your thoughts? UCLA got a new quarterback, man. Do y'all feel bad for the quarterback that's been balling out in the spring? But yeah, yo, that's my reaction. That's my thoughts, man. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, the quarterback that was balling out for UCLA during the spring, we'll see what happens with him. But nonetheless, man, that's my thoughts, man. Nico to UCLA. Comment down below. Good move or bad move?